Hi, my name is Jessica Elizabeth Johnson, and today we're going to take a look back at the history of technologies recording music and sound. We will start back in 1857 with Leon Scott's phonautograph. This device used a horn to direct sound towards a flexible diaphragm at the end. In 1877, Thomas Edison developed the first functional phonograph at Menlo Laboratories, earning him the nickname Wizard of Menlo Park. However, within the next decade, the graphophone had improved on his device, forcing Edison to get back to work. In 1886, he released an improved phonograph. Little money was made from the graphophone or phonograph until they were turned into the form of public entertainment. There wasn't another advancement until 1924 when Columbia experimented with Western Electric Company. Western Electric Records used electronic amplifiers to drive an electromagnetic cutting head. This resulted in a louder, clearer recording. But while these improvements were being made, an alternative recording technology was introduced. In 1899, by a Danish inventor, Valdemar Plumus, though not a hit in the U.S., his telegraph phone had German and English inventors persistent. By the end of the 1930s, German company AEG and IG Farben have improved the tape recorder and its coated plastic median to the point where it could compete with the best disc records. Its ability to do long recordings under conditions of vibrations and shocks helped make the magnetophone popular for field and telephone or exceeded high-quality disc recorders. In 1948, the cheap tape recorders stole the market. During the hi-fi boom in 1950s, millions were sold. Through owners said they got little use from them. Record companies would sell the record tapes. However, they could not compete with the price of records, especially after the release of the LP in the 1948 by CBS. In the late 1940s, there were experiments with multi-track recordings on tape. As engineers reduced the size of the tape records heads, it made it possible to mount 2 or 3 heads on a recorder. After years of perfecting the method of separating groups, singers, and rhythm sections, it became the basis of complex recordings in the 1960s. In the 1950s, 2-channel stereo recordings became popular. The first stereo recordings available to the public were in the form of the reel-to-reel tape. Record manufacturers offered added on stereo tape heads and off-board amplifiers that could be added to existing recorders. Stereo recorders with a second hand mounted next to the main head soon appeared. Then in 1957, RCS introduced a record with a super compact tape head that stacked 4 heads in the place of 2, allowing stereo tapes to be flipped over and played with a mono tape. The stereo LP was also introduced in 1960s. 8 tracks came out. They took a large proportion of the music market with them. Installed in Ford cars and portable players available. By the early 1980s, the craze died out with the introduction of better quality home cassette decks in the 60s and 70s, elevated to the reputation of cassette players. Tapes outsold 8 tracks and LPs by the 1980s. The first experiment with digital audio tape recording took place in Japan in 1960. Sony briefly offered an audio-only Betamax VCR capable of recording audio digitally. This technology was not revisited until the 1980s. As with the Betamax, some of the features of the video recording are applicable to digital audio recordings. In 1982, a compact audio disc was released. It was not an immediate hit, though. It was until 1990 that it became the most popular format. Recordable CDs were not available until the mid-90s, and few were sold before 2000. Today, the CD is being challenged by the DVD. But which one will survive the challenge of the media-free technologies such as the MP3? Thank you.